Welcome to our episode of Bargain Saturdays, and this week I decided to return to the How to Train Your Dragon short film collection with Dragons, Gift of the Night Fury. And I have to admit up front, I do not like this short. I mean, it is longer than the previous one we covered at like 20-some minutes, so it's more along the length of the Three Stooges shorts I covered last month, at least, but yeah, I just don't enjoy it. I think a lot of it comes down to just pacing issues, and the fact that I think a lot of the plot elements are just dumb. I mean, for the pacing, it's just like we have a mystery that takes like 15 minutes to solve, and I don't understand why it takes that long to solve it. Like, at the start of the film, we see the Vikings and dragons setting up a bunch of Snoggletog decorations, so Yuletide, Saturnalia, Christmas, that sort of holiday, where you gotta have the family get together, around the winter solstice, because it's the shortest day of the year. And all of a sudden, we have some dragons flying by, and they start making calls, and all the other dragons, just instinctually take off and follow them, because, it's egg-laying time.
What in Thor's name?
It's time to mate and lay eggs and give birth to the next generation. And instead of following them when, Hiccup sees all these dragons flying off, towards the location, which you think, he'd be super interested in, because last time you saw a bunch of dragons going to one area, they were going to a nest ruled by an alpha dragon, and you think he'd want to check that out, just to make sure, this isn't a dangerous alpha near Burke again. Because, he's already had to deal with that issue once and lost a leg. It'd be nice to have some heads up if that's the problem. Instead, he flies back to Burke, learns that all the other dragons took off, and then helps build a prosthetic tail for Toothless that he can activate on his own, so he no longer needs, Hiccup's help to fly.
Okay. No. Toothless, stop! Please wait! Toothless, please! There you go. See? Got it?
So then Toothless takes off to go get Hiccup's helmet because he let it fall into the ocean because he got, a bit surprised by those dragons showing up and they knocked it off his head. But it's like, yeah, why didn't he follow them near the start of the film? And then, when he does get to the hatching grounds, it's because he's riding on Meatlug, who takes off to go there after she'd already laid her eggs in the barn because Fish Lakes had trapped her in there and chained her to, one of the supports. Of course, as soon as she saw Hiccup, all of a sudden she can snap the binder and just takes flying off and leaves her eggs behind, which makes no sense because we've established in this universe that these dragons are relatively smart. It just seems like she's abandoning her eggs for no apparent reason. Why would you go to the hatching grounds if you already laid your eggs? It just doesn't make any sense to me. I mean, I know not every dragon's as smart, apparently, as Toothless, but they aren't dumb either, So, yeah. How Hiccup finds out, they're laying their eggs, doesn't feel like it makes any sense to me. And then the fact the eggs explode just feels like another attempt to, have to raise the price of fire insurance in Burke Village because it started another fire and wrecked everything. Seriously, the insurance premiums there must be absolutely horrible.
The eggs explode? The eggs explode! Sorry. Awesome!
Wow! This is your best idea yet. What in Thor's name is going on?
The eggs explode.
But yeah, the best things about this film are probably the baby dragons because they're adorable. The flight song because they use that a couple times.
It's Hiccup!
I guess seeing some relationship moments between Hiccup and Toothless, near the end of the film. And that's it. Like, there's just a lot of stuff in there. I'm just like, I could live without this being here. Honestly, they could have just solved the mystery early on, then probably spent time, having Astrid and Hiccup doing things together to work on their relationship, for the second film. I mean, we already knew it was going to be going there, but this is a short that could have spent time, further developing that relationship. I've realized they probably want to do that with the TV series, but, there's no reason you couldn't have put that in the short itself, a little bit. I mean, come on. So yeah, I just don't enjoy this one. It's not a fun ride like Legend of the Bone Napper Dragon. It's just slowly paced and has a lot of stupid stuff in it that just doesn't really add up for me. I mean, if you enjoy it, more power to you, but this is never going to be a special I really want to sit through again.
You have no idea how happy I am to see you guys. And you have babies? Aw, look at you guys all happy and together. Who knew you were leaving to celebrate your own sort of holiday?